Man, I tell you, I have sticky fingers. I put this lotion on, I just clicked the button and my finger stuck to it and clicked it several times. But anyway, welcome everybody to the second summer edition of the Dusty News Network here on the Debsterism channel. We're going to we're going to discuss some of the dustiest memes and posts and concepts, and it just was kind of unbelievable. But the thing that really trips me out is how these people put their face next to this stuff. I would be too ashamed. I put like a picture of a dog or a flower or a bumblebee or something. It would not be my face up there next to this stupidity. But they seem to have no shame, so whatever. Hope you guys had a great couple of days since I saw you last on Tuesday for our crazy advice column. It's like every show on this channel is wacky these days. But enough of that. Let's get started. We have a lot to cover. Let me pull up my slideshow. And you guys, as usual, sent in a lot of really good stuff this week. So let's take a look at some of it. First out the gate is a plea for this is like straight gaslighting right here. Making you trying to make you rather believe that something that gets on your nerves that you don't want to be bothered with, that you feel burdened by, is actually supposed to be a compliment. It's supposed to be something that you look forward to, something that's allegedly making you better than other women, more of a candidate, more wifely material, more betterer, whatever. So here he is venting to you about a bunch of shit you don't care about, don't want to care about, ain't never heard about, don't know about, and ain't trying to know. Okay? He wants to dump all this stuff on you. And the fact that he's doing it, this individual, and they're trying to make you believe that this is a good thing. So, in other words, you are supposed to pursue this and feel better about yourself than other women do whose men don't use them as a dumping ground. See, don't you guys, the mind fuck here is just unbelievable. Oh, yes, total Dusty Logic, Ash. But it's even deeper than Dusty Logic because this is it's a straight gaslighting. So to have you believe something that's absolutely not true. So, a man discussing something with you, and you two have input on it, and there's going to be some kind of productive conversation. The conversation's leading to a conclusion that benefits both of you, and the conversation needs to take place because both of you have time or energy or assets involved, or it's going to be a decision that impacts your entire family and your children or your future together, this and that. But people just coming in and unloading on you, that's what they have shrinks for. Okay, you pay them, 100, 200, $300 an hour in some cases if you have the doctor kind that prescribes medications because you're a psycho. But to think that you, as an average person who hasn't done that coursework and are merely there to try to love somebody and be loved in return, are supposed to be used as a dumping ground and it's a positive thing for you. Please understand when you see stuff like this, the mind fuck, and it's just so unbelievable to me how much effort these dudes put into trying to convince black women of all this nonsense via these things that they think are creative and going to slide under your radar and that you won't notice are your little tools of mental manipulation. So when you see this kind of stuff enough, sending you this same message, eventually it sinks in and eventually it starts to get legs. You see what I mean? So they're inundating you with this stuff all over the internet where they are making a concerted effort to, in the form of memes and jokes and things like this, like I said, to kind of channel you like sheep into a funnel of doing what they want you to do, giving them what they want you to give them while you get nothing in return. Some man venting on you, what do you get out of that? What benefit is that to you? How the hell is that a compliment? So you have to think about the stuff you read, ladies, and that's why we do this show. So a lot of the stuff I think most of you just won't even catch what the undercurrent, the underlying meaning is and the goal. Okay, so let's move on. That one was really, really bad. Here we go with some more dusting logic. Now, you know, folks can't pass basic math, failed algebra, can't do addition and subtraction without a calculator. But suddenly, he just to turn into Aristotle and some kind of, what's his name, Einstein, all of a sudden. And so now he could add all kind of figures, multiply and do fractions and percentages and all, all kind of stuff. When he's talking about some butte, oh man, you know, they get all kind of new IQ levels. I don't want to be bothered. I have an empath side too, but you know what? I'm very selective with mine. I use it on this channel, and that's it. You know, a lot of people, you know, in my real life, I just have very strict boundaries. I just cannot because I need it for my show or I need it for myself. Now, in this case here, he's doing all this multiplication. Like I said, nigga done straight turned into Einstein on you. And, you know, he's figuring out that if some woman gets hit on 5 times a day, 7 days a week, how many times that is per month and per year. And then he's saying if you think that she would turn down 1,680 niggas a year, you a fool. And he puts his hashtag, thanks, Leandra. Oh my God. Leandra coming out big today. What happened? Oh, I feel sorry for whoever she tapped. Thank you, Leandra. I'm glad you love me so much. It's nice to be loved. So here you go. You know, basic niggaology. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to steal that because I could use that phrase right there in so many ways. Just so many ways. It's just too much. So yeah, she did, huh, Faith? So I don't know, you guys. I think he's put all this attention into counting the possible ways that you know the woman is getting hit on and what that could mean. It's like because some dusty fool rolls up with his pants sagging and hits on her, do you think that that means she want to get with him? We are disgusted by that kind of stuff. Keep your mouth closed. Go on about your business. Don't nobody, if nobody interested in your roach looking ass, and you stink anyway, or you look like you stink. So I mean, either way, nobody want to talk to you. So you multiplying, dude. You need to be subtracted. So 35 men a week, and she might only look at one of them. The rest are ignored completely. That's the part that men don't understand. We're not trying to be bothered with them fools. Let us move on from this. This was so sad. Oh, you know what this really means? See, they're saying Goofy got him a gram. Daisy up there skipping away with him, and Donald sitting there looking forlorn. Me making her laugh, offering her food, and trying to get to know her. What it means, Donald dear, is you was out your envelope. Once again, you out your lane. You overreaching. You know, and it's the kind of thing here. I look, you know, they be looking like they stink. And here he is, he's all out his envelope. He trying to be in love with a bad girl. Dude, you know to go get you a little church school marm girl to kind of read the Bible and stuff. She won't even touch Cosmo because it's too much sin in it. You need that kind of woman. You going after the bad girl who wants to, you know, the street pharmaceutical dude, and you know they're mad because she don't choose you. That's not for you. I keep trying to get them to understand. They don't understand. You got to stay in your lane. You out your lane, out your envelope, and all somewhere you don't need to be. Now they in it too. You know the big deal. I can't, you know that when they since they've been in it, ever since I saw that fight last year at Disneyland, where the lady was in her hover round trying to trying to be in the mix. And I'm like, you old crippled bitch, go get out there and go to the side somewhere and just observe. And you know, it took the two big cholo dudes to come over there and break it up, cause you know, Brum Man wasn't trying to mess with the Mexican mafia, so he just set his ass down. Then he got on and went on about his business. But that's what it took to stop him. He was just gonna hit everybody. He's beating on the women. He beating on the men. He's just pounding on everybody, just acting a fool. And since I saw that, Disney, I'm sorry, is in the mix. Tab. That's just how it is. All right, let us move on. I don't even know what to say about this. This looked like the side of the a building in San Francisco. I'm not sure. I'm sure they have black marble buildings elsewhere, but our Bank of America building is built with that stuff. And Marcelo say, "Pimping ain't easy." Look at dude, looking like a mint flavored Big Bird. What the hell is going on here? I didn't even know what to say. And he got all his PPE on. And his gloves match his mask, his hat match his shoes. I'm like, what the hell is this? What is this? Why is this happening? And look at his glasses. And say it's key lime pie dust. I don't know you people. I never met these people before. They just wandered into the chat from the street. Oh my God. Look at this. Oh, he looked like a Mucinex. He looked like he jumped out the Mucinex commercial. Y'all need to quit. Oh, they are clowning in the chat room. So, if you once you get finished looking at this, dip your eyes over to the chat stream so you can laugh some more. Oh my God, this poor guy. Can you imagine? I know that's like woman repellent right there. You don't want it's like raid for women. Just stay away. Now this right here, this is just the utmost in Dusty. Okay, first of all, you don't have no car, you don't have no truck, you don't even have a hand truck that you can walk the thing home. Nope, you gonna put a whole stove and yourself on a motorcycle. Like, cause she kicked you out, but you bought the stove. She ain't cooking for no man on my stove. Look at this. Look at this dust. I didn't even know. I was staring at this for a long time. It's like, can anybody really be that petty? Can anybody be that petty? Man, come on and help me, man. Cause she done kicked me out. I got to take my stove. Man, you only got a motorbike. How we gonna work that? Don't worry about it, dude. I can hold it on my lap. I got it. I got it. It's in some country like that you can see is, something, but I was like, wow. Now, dude ain't gonna drop that stove. Even if he fell off, he gonna position it so the stove lands on him and don't get damaged. You can tell he's too attached to it. It is possible. Well, obviously, because there it is. I thought, oh my God, I would just tell dude, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Just come on back. Just borrow somebody's vehicle and come on back and get your stove. It's fine. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Why is he sitting in her lap? Please, somebody explain to me. Somebody explain this picture to me. Where they do that at? And then this fool up here talking about if she doesn't do this for you, you are you even her number one? Stay woke, kings. Stay woke. Oh, and she just looking like like this is a regular and customary thing. Now, why might he be doing that? Because he don't want nobody else to look at her. He want everybody to know that that's like the ultimate stake a claim move right there. She can't even see around him. Everybody gonna be looking that direction. The first thing they're gonna see is him. So I'm like, that's kind of an interesting thing, but it's very dusty. That's all I know. It's extremely dusty. I wouldn't be having no grown man sitting in my lap. Shoot. Okay. Now here we go again. Where another this is how they say there's like a mess and then they say there's a hot mess. Okay, this, I don't even know how hot this mess is. It's like lava hot, molten hot. Just dude looks like an idiot. Okay, he just definitely looks like something's wrong with him. But what is going on here? So the caption says, well, this is not what slavery did to black men. This is what 40 years of feminism and women's liberation has done by taking away his father and male teachers. Taking away. Now, I know there are a lot of people who follow this line of thinking. They're also as crazy as the creator of this meme. Feminism and liberating women from being up under men's thumb, from not having the right to vote, not having the right to have credit, not having the right to sign leases, not having the right to file for divorce and keep their children. All of these kinds, to have men who assault them, even if they're married, charged with sexual assault, rape, to be able to live and have filed charges against someone who beats on them, even if they're married. These are all changes that have happened in my lifetime. Okay. So, you young girls, you think that it's in this way all the time. You don't understand what women had to go through in order to get those changes. My aunts was in that fight. My mama was in that fight. This was not that long ago that women got all these rights to do these things. And so what they want to do though is blame the fact that men are changing, trying to become women every time you turn around, on the fact that women no longer want to be under control of men. They want to dictate it by men. They want to have rights. They want to have their own voice. Now, I did something that I usually do not do on this show. I made a counter meme. So in my view of it, this is not what feminism did to black men. It's what 40 decades of child sexual abuse by black men has done by taking away these young men's self esteem and their sense of manhood. You used them like they were farm animals. You treated them like they were farm animals. These kids are all fucked up, and they're fucked up because of black men. You did that to them. You made them confused. You made them not know what end was up, whether they were male or female. You did that. You nasty fucking perverts. You did it. And why did you do it? Because somebody did it to you. And instead of you having enough sense and wherewithal, an idea that you want to protect other children, you instead turn around and victimize them the way that you were victimized. Instead of it stopping with you, you kept it going. So don't tell me that shit. I know better. And I see some of this stuff is funny. You know what I mean? Some of this stuff is funny. This here was not funny at all. So I took the time to create a my own version of this so that you could see what the real deal is. That's what the real deal is. A son seeing his mother be happy and able to do something for herself instead of depressed and locked in, that's a good thing. That's what feminism did for women. It freed men too. So, but the real thing that jacked up these young boys is black men. You did it. Own it. Do something about it. Stop trying to blame women and feminism and the sky and global warming and Trump and everybody else for the shit that you did. Lazy scallywags don't want to take responsibility for shit. You know what I mean? That shit gets on my nerves. So, like I said, normally this is a funny show. But something about this got under my skin. This shit right here. This pissed me off. Like somebody ran you away. You took your own legs in motion and went all by yourself. Didn't nobody make you do nothing. Because, see, this is it. If you was a real man, real men do what's right. They don't care about nothing else. Thanks, irises. Wow, you guys, everybody must have got paid today. Well, I feel a trip to Bevmo coming on. Except the Bevmo by my house is all boarded up because they went through there with riots and whatnot and broke all the windows and stole shit and went crazy. So I'll have to go somewhere else. But yeah, I'm like, this pissed me off. So you guys, that's my rant for the evening. I think the rest of it will be funny. But I had to stop and take a minute in honor of what's happening to young black males, your little kids. It don't have shit to do with feminism. It has everything to do with clown ass men victimizing them. One of the women the other day was even on the chat wall talking about how handsome her 7-year-old son is and how frightening it is to her by how much attention he gets from adult males. Okay, what does that tell you? Who's gonna stop and talk to someone with a little boy? Motherfucker, what is that? That's not for you. And she's probably very polite because I would be cussing them out. Diana, I'll put it on the community wall. I think you guys can download it from there. Okay? And if I forget after a day or two, just remind me. You got my email. Send me an email and remind me to do it if I forget. Because, girl, the show ends and I start doing something else. And a week later, Diana be, Dad, why did I thought you were going to put that meme up? I'll be like, oops. Yeah, you're right. I was. Okay, so let's move on. Let's get our giggle back now that I got off my soapbox. Okay, now, okay, this dude is okay, you look at Dusty in the dictionary. Dusty motherfucker, this is the one. This is the one whose picture's there. This dude right here with the little pie face. This girl, this what he did. He's mad because she broke up with him. So he goes out and he buys a car. He puts a car in her name. Now she don't know nothing about the car. She don't have nothing to do with the car. Didn't buy the car. Ain't seen the car. Don't know the car's on her. She don't know nothing, right? He registered in her names and he parks it at the airport, and it racked up 678 parking tickets totaling over $100,000. So he wanted to fuck up her credit and fuck up her life, and that's what he did. So so when it starts getting into amounts that large, that's fraud. And by doing that, the government, that's agency of the government. And you did that with the intent to hurt her. So when she sues him for for damages, then what's he going to do? And I hope he had a good time because I'm sure he had to pay him. Yeah, it does, irises. It destroys everything in its path. Even it destroys the child, but it also destroys the parents who didn't feel like they didn't get, to protect their child. They were too trusting. It destroys everybody. It destroys everybody. So that's why it's not funny. So we had to take our moment of silence there. But this right here, I just was like, I never heard of anything so stupid. And that's probably why he was mad because it was his first girlfriend. He knows it's going to be his last. And now that his picture's up here with all this dirt that he done did, and everybody in the whole Chicago area knows who he is now. We on the West Coast, East Coast, South, and we even know now. So it's like, dude, who you gonna date? Unless you start looking real different, get some plastic surgery, and lose that tonnage, he gonna have to do something. So I just wanted to, I just wanted you guys to see that this new level of dust. Now this one was kind of interesting because the dude's, he's advocating that a guy marry a short girl, and then any guns that he has, he keeps them way up high on his top shelf where she can't reach them. In his mind, she might still shoot you, but you hear her dragging a chair across the floor first, and you can you could dip out. Now, of course, in his mind, I guess it never occurred to him, dude, well, I could just act right. And then I won't need to worry about, uh, about getting shot because I will act right and my mama won't be wanting to hurt me. She won't be feeling, vicious and evil towards me. But I guess that never occurred to him. His mama shit. His mama probably embarrassed and don't want nothing to do with him. Can you imagine having a son that stupid? I'd be beating his ass all up and down the street. I mean, publicly. Stomping him, kicking him, throwing chairs at him, vases, whatever, rocks, whatever my hand touched would get thrown at his head. Because it would be a public humiliation for everybody to know that this was my son who did something that stupid. You know what I mean? Because everybody knows this. Who's your mother and father. And then they have to be embarrassed because you have an ignorant son. And everybody be looking at you like, well, what did you do? How did you raise your child? That your child is that stupid. Well, what kind of parents were you? Well, why didn't you know that he was going to do something like that? He must have learned that from you. You see what I mean? Because people always want to blame the mother. No matter, I mean, you could be, as a son, a daughter, 50 years old. Somehow it's going to flip back to something that your mother did or didn't do. And we all know that, whether we taught it to them or not. Somehow people love to blame mothers. And so they would flip it back to be, the mama's fault. So, in an instance like that, I would feel that since I'm going to be charged with a crime, I may as well commit it, and I'll commit to beating your ass. That's what I'm going to do. So, by the time everybody says, "Oh, she's mean and she beats her son's ass," I'll be like, "Yeah, that's right, I do. I did do that. I did that because he deserved it for acting a fool, embarrassing me, idiot." Yeah. Yeah, she used to have her own little short, little Smurf looking guns. Okay, let's move on. There's some dusty logic right here. Okay, I'ma just say it. He says, a lot of women wouldn't let their kids either if they didn't come with food stamps, health care, and Section 8. There it is. Don't at me. Okay, now, what does this mean? You idiot. The kids don't come with that if the daddy pays the right amount of child support. If the daddy's there with his wallet, then the children wouldn't need all of those things. You would be providing your child's food, health care, and housing. You would be doing that. But since you're a dust bucket, the government has to step in, and it doesn't mean that she doesn't want the children. She wanted to have the kids with you. It means she wanted you to be there with the kids, which means she wanted you to be a part of their lives financially, physically, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, all that. Okay, but no, you dipped out. And so now the government stepped in, and then you have idiots like this one who want to make a meme about the fact that these motherfuckers have dipped out on their kids and make it like it's the woman's fault that they dipped out on their kids. Kids still need to eat, they still need a place to stay, and they still need their little shots and medical treatments and things when they get ill. They need those things to grow up healthy and strong. So if daddy don't do it, then who's supposed to do it? Hmm. So once again, this is a twist on on reality, another gaslighting situation where they take reality as it exists and flip it into something else to suit their stupid agenda. This is dusty logic at its peak. Well, he might, Cassie. We don't know. We don't know if he had a deadbeat daddy or if he just trying for social media clout. Because a lot of these guys come from very good homes with two parents and all of that. Their dad very active in their life. But what they are followers. And they want to get the clout and the attention, the likes and all that stuff that comes when they post something that's anti-black woman. There's more men online who are anti-black woman than there are who are pro-woman, and they know it. So a guy whose ego is hungry for that kind of acknowledgement and to be able to say, yeah, I got, I don't know, 1 million followers on my channel and this and that, blah, blah. Even though what he's spouting is nonsense and toxic to men and to women, they don't care. That's not their goal. Their goal is the attention that they're getting. So he might have an absent father, but he could very well not. And just because the parents aren't together does not mean that that father's not involved in his son's life. It just means that he and the mother aren't together. So there are many different ways that families are structured these days. None of us know this guy, so none of us know what his situation is. I hesitate to go that deep in this because that's not my role here. My role is to talk about what the meme says. Okay, I don't analyze who said it. I analyze the meme. And in this case, this language here is saying something that is flatly incorrect, and it's gaslighting. Yeah, we be very careful with that, Cassie. I try to get people to stay on topic and not wander down the road of if, woulda, coulda, maybe, shoulda, possibly. I think in other cases it might be that we don't do that here. And even when I do my advice, I don't do that. So that's just not a behavior pattern that we follow on this channel. We stick to what is, and that's what I try to get the ladies here to do, to look at when they're talking about their relationships. The same thing. You meet a man, you don't be talking about, well, if I love him enough, he gonna change. If I lay this on him, he gonna be better. If we get married, it'll be different. If we have a baby, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. I don't advocate any of that future talk, that dreamland belief system. If woulda, coulda, maybe, shoulda. We don't do that here. We deal with what is right here in our face. That's it. That's all. Okay? If you guys could retrain yourselves to do that, you would avoid a lot of drama. Because you start listening to men and you get yourself wrapped up in the fantasies and the dreams and wishes, hopes, and all the stuff. And you start ignoring what's in your face and start listening to that bullshit he's talking about. The dream spinning that they be spinning. And then you come here and you do that same kind of thinking. That's why I checked you. It's not because that's a mentality of that is it's part of a bigger picture of not focusing on what's in your face and instead letting your imagination wander free. Don't do that. When you're dealing with men, you can never do that. You got to pay attention to what's happening right in your front of you and you deal with it accordingly. Once you start imagining shit, you're going down a dark path, and that makes it very easy for them to manipulate you because they know that you into fantasies and you listen to dreams and you ignore reality. So there's only them two kind of women, those that stay grounded in reality and those that be going by what they say and the hopes and dreams and stuff that those words stir up. There's two. I want you to be that first one. All right. Now let's got off of soapbox number 2. Let us go back to where we were and move on. Oh, now this particular scene here, this cartoon is floating through the internet with lots of different captions on it in a variation. I didn't realize that until this week when I got like 7 different renditions of this. Yeah, I want to remind you guys that's one of the things that we need to focus on. Every so often, I guess I got to remind people because I see, we get new people and they come with because nobody's told them. These are a lot of very young girls. Nobody tells them that's not how you think about men. And if you don't tell them, how they gonna know? You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm mad. I just want to make sure that everybody understands on this channel we have a certain program and a certain type of way the information is presented. And I'm very, very strict about staying on target, staying focused on that. So I don't encourage that other stuff. And when I see people going down that path, I bring you back so that we can all be on the same page. Now, in this one here, this dude is so dusty, it's like not even funny. Okay, first of all, why he got to be fully dressed and she got to be like laying around half naked in just her undies? Who does that? You're like, people be peeping through windows and stuff. I'm not down with that stuff. Yeah, that queen, that shit, he would have got click. Hello? Hello? As soon as that came out his mouth. I don't have much, but I was wondering, can we build together, queen? Look he ain't even talking to her. He's texting, notice. He's texting. Yeah, I just said that, verbal assassin. That's just trash, They want to focus on her being as sexy as possible while he's, all fully dressed, even got his bling on. Well, I'm down, King. What you think is going to happen after this corona BS is over, King? And he says, some cornball shit, queen, but I got you, though. Whatever, my queen. Okay, now, what just happened? What just happened? What does this mean? Now, I don't know if the creator of this cartoon was intentionally trying to depict the dust, but that is what he or she did. Because by the time, okay, she's looking for, okay, he's basically presenting himself as someone to follow. I don't have much, but can we build together? Now, for her, instead of saying yes, should have been saying, well, what is it you're trying to build? What's your time frame? What's it going to cost? What are plans you got? How far along on this road are you? What you already got in place? Well, tell me how it's going to work. What you need from me. Okay, she didn't ask no questions. Of course, the cartoon probably would have been too long. She just went right to, sure, I'll build with you. So then she tried to ask at least one question, though, like, okay, so after this shutdown is over, what's your next step, my brother? What's the first step on the map here? Where are you going to be taking me, my king? What does he do? He folds up like the ghetto little dust bucket roach that he is. Well, some cornball shit. Suddenly here all his whole temperament goes away and she ain't queen and he ain't talking all that regal talk no more. Some cornball shit, but I got you through whatever, my queen. Okay, what does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. Through whatever I got you? What does that mean? What you mean? You gonna be paying my bills? We getting married? We go what? What does that mean? So that's what I mean. These guys be talking all this stuff. They not being specific. And he's talking about you gonna be he wants her to follow him and they're gonna build together and do all this stuff. But dude, what's your plan? You don't even have one. You don't have anything going for yourself. So how you gonna expect me to join onto that and be on that sinking ship with you? Don't y'all do that. I found y'all do that. I'm going to go to your house and beat you myself. You better be at all them questions I just said. You better be asking them and more before you agree to be following along with some motherfucker. You don't even know shit about him or what he's got going on. And here you are going to be saying, okay, all right. Yeah, that sounds good, my king. I will choke you. I'm like, you don't be doing that. It's not even really a promise. Nigga just talking seduction talk. There's a difference between someone who's telling you what his plan is and somebody just talking some shit to get in your drawers. Okay, they gonna fill your head up with all kind of dreams. Like I said again, you're not looking at what is, you're looking at the future. You're dreaming about what could, might, maybe, possibly, should, could, would be. And that's what he's doing right here. This is it in cartoon form. The dream weaving. He ain't said nothing tangible. He has not said one thing that she can bank on. Nothing. He don't even want to know what's going to happen next week. What his first plan is. Well, I'm going to put on my matching outfit and I'm going to hit the store. I'm going to look for a new job. He hasn't said anything. Just some cornball shit. What? Oh. Oh my God, this guy. But unfortunately, there's so many like him. That's why, this is humorous, but then it's really not at the same time. So let's move on. 6 stages of grief for nice guys. Denial. Explain. Okay, so you say, I'm not interested. I don't want to. No, I'm not going to go out with you. No, I don't want to dance with you. No, I don't want to date you. Nothing. I don't want to look at you. Why? Explain. What's wrong with me? Okay, that's the typical question. They get all whiny. Okay, so then after that, when you deny them, they get mad. Then you become every kind of bitch hole that they can think of, right? For the ones on the street, they want to chase you, throw stuff at you. Dudes that you want to leave, they want to be like getting violent and all this kind of stuff. Okay, so then you block them and you try to move on with your life, and then here he come, the bargaining. Please stop blocking me. I just want to talk to you. I just want to talk to you. I just don't understand why you can just throw me away so easy. That's why people ghost. That's why people ghost. This shit right here. Because the whining, the begging, the trying to negotiate, the trying to come back. What's wrong with me? I want to talk about it endlessly. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's why you get ghosted. People don't understand it. There's a whole bunch of women on the wall mad and under that ghosting video that I put up last year or so. Oh, people who are ghosts are cowards. People who ghost are just the worst. This and that. It's like, no, people who are ghosts at peace. They don't have to hear your goddamn mouth. That's why. They don't want to hear you whine and cry and call them names and everything because you mad because you got rejected. Nobody wants to be bothered with that shit. That's why people get ghosted. They don't give a fuck about your feelings and they don't give a fuck about you. But people just don't, they have a hard time accepting that. Yeah, girl, that begging. Oh, God. See, at least if a dude left like a G, I might, like if I saw him on the stuff, I might have some respect for him. But when they start that whining and groveling and stuff, see, I can't stand it. You just become a little bitch in my eyes. I'll really be happy I broke up with you then. Oh my God. And they thinking they gonna get some get you to come back. Oh, hell to the no. If I see you on the street, you know how I am. I'll run you down with my car. So don't do that. Yeah, I don't. I'm not. I don't do them dreams. What you do? What you talking about? They always be spinning some bullshit. I don't know. Feel like hearing that. It's okay. So then, after you block, you've effectively blocked them. You don't pay them no mind. You don't return their calls. You don't return their text. You just completely ignore them like you've fallen off the face of the earth. Then they get depressed because see now they're starting to realize, oh, I guess she's really gone. And then, they start feeling sorry for themselves, and you feel, I guess I wasn't good enough. What's wrong with me? Women, they don't like got nice guys. I mean, they only like thugs. They start with that dragon drama all over the internet. To anybody who will listen, they start whining and crying like somebody cares. It's like all these women on this planet, and you're gonna be sitting up there acting a fool about this one that didn't want you. What about you? Probably got 10 to do, and you don't even see them because you're too busy focusing on somebody who's out your envelope. And then finally, acceptance. Now, the acceptance is always with a bit of anger, as is indicated here. This is very true. Fuck you anyway, bitch. You probably used to guys beating the shit out of you. I would have treated you good, but it's your loss. Okay, so they have to feel like they have to say something that's going to protect their little itty bitty wego, right? They can't just go away like a G. I'm out. They can't do that. They have to feel like they can't just accept the fact that as two people on this planet of billions, that maybe these two people just aren't compatible. Even though you might have thought that she was compatible, she doesn't agree. So that means it needs to be two people in a relationship, both that agree that you two are compatible. So if one of them doesn't, then that means that this relationship's not going to work. They don't seem to be able to get to that kind of level of understanding. So they feel like if they want you, you're supposed to want them back, and if you don't, then that means something's wrong with you. That's essentially what's happening here. Okay, that's what that's all about. So let's move on from this. So that's the 5 stages of grief for nice whiny guys. Now this one is one that I had on my phone. Somebody sent me. I guess I downloaded it off of Facebook. And this guy here, it's been on my phone, probably about a year. I just found it earlier this week. I was like, oh, I forgot about this. This dude is the epitome of what we just saw. But he went through the 5 stages. Let me just review those with you. Okay, so he went through all of these things. He went through anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance all at one time in one paragraph. See here. First, he's like, he throw out his little bait. You are very beautiful. Aren't you a little old to be using the letter U to spell the word you, my brother? Okay, then, so that's at 3:37, 4:37, 5:09. So an hour and a half later. Okay, fuck you then, bitch. In your life, I hope you just get okay and killed, you silly hoe. Okay, see that? Doesn't that sound like somebody who's not wrapped too tight and kind of mentally unbalanced? Don't you, as a woman, if you was in a situation where you saw somebody respond like that, wouldn't you, instead of being sad that you didn't talk to this nice looking guy, be happy that you missed, that you dodged a bullet because the dude was a nut job? This is the kind of dude, like, if you did date him and then you decided that he was stupid and you wanted to break up with him, he would turn into a stalker and you would probably have to shoot him. That's what this is. If either you or your uncle or your big brothers or somebody, to defend you, would end up having to shoot dude because his attitude is all fucked up. And it's the psycho. In 90 minutes, he went from you are very beautiful to that vile threat on a woman's life and the sanctity of her body. Who does that except someone who is mentally ill? That's not even funny, you know. So, you just wanted you to see that. This happens. This happens all the time. They do this stuff online. They do this stuff on the street. You know, it's awful. If you don't give them what they want, they turn into idiots. So let's move on. This was kind of cold. I'm like, dude, that's your girl, right? She come on, hey, babe, I need a ride, babe. I got to go pick up my money. And he's like, hold on, let me go out here and look at my truck. She all okay, all innocent. Okay. And then he's like, you won't believe this. And she's like, what? I just looked all over my truck. And nowhere on in it did it say this motherfucker say taxi. I like, dude, if that was my man, what would I do? I would break up with him. It's like I was gonna get my money and then treat us out, but you don't want to do nothing. I can't even get you to help me go get the money. So you don't get no benefits from the money. I don't worry about it. I'll get a way to get my money, and you stay over there, and I'll stay over here with my money. Don't ask me for shit. I'm not taking none of you nowhere, and I'm not doing nothing with you. And they're breaking up as of this moment. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So yeah, this is somebody, I don't know. This wouldn't rub me the right way. Yeah, this would be a breakup. But chances are, since she's young, it probably wouldn't be. She just gonna find some way to get there and still, probably take an Uber to his house after she got it or something. I don't know, but I'm just my boundaries now are so. I was already bad when I was younger, but now they're super bad. You say one fucked up thing, I'm done, and we don't need to have a conversation about it. We don't need to. I don't need an explanation from you. I don't need any excuses, any bullshit, any gas. I don't need anything from you. Not even a goodbye. Just be gone, and I'll go on with my life, and you do your thing, and I'll do mine. Because we are not compatible. And so once that's been discovered, there really doesn't need to be any more conversation about it. That's it. Chip is trying. Okay, the Dusty escaped from the draft. I was howling at this. Why they be dogging out SpongeBob all the time? So they was the Army. You've been selected for World War III draft. Me. Felonies. You know what they should do? Everybody who's in prison for a felony should be the one on the front line. Them motherfuckers want to act be so bad. Let them go over there and be bad with the enemy. Let's see you work that out. Get up there. Go on the front line. The one who be running shit in the prison, make that one the captain. You go out there and get them all straight. Get them over there and make them do something with the enemy and make clear the path for the rest of us. Here you go. Be like they did in Enemy at the Gates. One of them gets the 5 bullets, and one of them gets the gun, and they sent all them boys out there into that minefield and stuff with knowing they was gonna die with 5 bullets and a rifle in an enemy front line situation. That was just a slaughterhouse. That was messed up. Did you guys ever see that movie? Oh, it was so good. Enemy at the Gate. I suggest you check it out. But yeah, that would be my suggestion. Don't the felony. Oh, then you got an instant ticket in, son. Instant. You right in there. You on the front line. Let's go. Now here we go, ladies. Now, so when somebody tells you that women must serve men, you can start to have this image. Yes, I will be serving men. All right. Would you like that with gravy, mashed potatoes, green beans, cornbread? What do you want? What's your side dish? Life deed, they always do that anyway. So don't need to worry about that. They always do that in war situations. Men too. In Africa, they rape the men too. They don't give a shit. So I mean, that's a concern that you cannot have. See, that you're doing future talk. We're talking about what's right here in front of us. Remember, stay focused. Stay focused. Yes, I'm telling you, what women must serve men. Let's serve them. You want men served, right? That's what's on the menu. I was rolling. This picture, look at her expression. Look at dude. Oh my God, this was so funny. All right, here we go. dudes be 40 and 50 years old and still playing games with good women. Man, grow up. You almost dead. And I was like, oh, I felt myself clutching my pearls. How you gonna be almost dead at 40 and 50? Shit. That, you actually know somebody's in their 20s made it because they feel like, that anything past 30 is old. Then you get 30, then you feel like, well, maybe we're going to stretch that to 40. Then when you get 40, it's like, well, maybe we now to stretch that out about 20 years. Maybe it's about 60. And I imagine, you get 60, you probably stretch it out to 80 or 90. And well, like 80-year-old is probably saying, well, I'm still a spring chicken. It's like, I still have 10 or 20 years left on me. Yeah, she's tired of his shit. She's tired of him. Yeah, that's a young, what they call it, a young matron. You got to think about kind of names to keep from saying old. But I just gave up. I just say, oh shit, I'm old. Yeah, they do think in your 20s, Because when I tell you, when I was 7, it was so funny. I was 7 years old, and my cousin asked me. He was turning 19. It was his 19th birthday, and I had two male cousins who used to stay at the house with us. And my dad was teaching them about carpentry and stuff, repairing our apartment buildings, putting up sheetrock, painting, laying tile, and he's teaching them all this stuff so they would have a trade because both of them had dropped out of high school. So he's teaching them something so they would know how to do something. And he turned at 19, and I was 7. I'll never forget it because my family don't let me live it down. And he was like, "Oh, I'm done 19." I was like, 19? Because you can count a little kid, that's more than 2 hands. You're old, right? So he's, yeah, I'm 19. I'm like, oh my God, you're so old. And so I'm looking at him like, how could anybody live to be that old, right? And they thought that was the funniest shit. And then he said, well, how do you think your mother is? I said, I don't, 12? The only reason I know all this is because they repeat this conversation verbatim every time I see over there, okay? So I know I've heard this story 55 million times about what I said. And they just thought it was the most hysterical thing. So at 7, I thought my mama was 12 and that my cousin who was 19 was like a super grandpa. Of course, once I got 19, I realized how wrong my thinking was, but I just wanted to share that story with you because I thought it was funny. Yeah. We count down to our birthdays, girl. Now they come a little bit too quick. Shit, I'm like, wait a minute. This need to slow down a minute here. This should be going speeding by. This means every year I'm getting older faster. Well, I love turning 30. Man, I had the biggest party in the world. She had about 200 people at my birthday party. That was fun. Okay, now look at this. This meme here is the epitome of every dusty little incel troll person's hope. They live in the basement. They're mouth breathers. They have a body like a Oompa Loompa. Their face is mugged, and they have no manners, and they're gross. Okay. Now this kid here, we don't know what this story is because he could be very young. Shit, that could be his mama sitting next to him. You know what I mean? Because some of these people have kids at 14 and stuff like that. And he doesn't really look that old. But in the caption here, they have pictured it as he has this pretty girlfriend. And they say, when you finally realize that personality matters, amazing shit like this happens. So again, the brainwashing, the manipulation of women's minds to think, well, you're supposed to overlook all them fat rolls and whatever else is wrong with him physically and focus on the fact that he has a good personality. Do you think they would do that in reverse? If that was a woman, would she have a guy that was handsome and in shape sitting next to her? The answer is a resounding no. 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 That's not how it works. They want it to be, this one-way thing. And yeah, it could be his cousin. It could be it could be his mama. Like I said, a lot of these, he doesn't really look that old. He's very heavy, but his face, his features look young. So he could be, 17, 18 years old. And that could be his mother in her mid 30s, early 30s. So it just doesn't really make much sense, but that's not really the point of it. The point is the caption on the picture and what it's trying to get women to do, which is settle, focusing on personality and thinking that, well, if I just focus on personality, even if you don't look like shit, I can have a good relationship with a Oompa Loompa. That's what they're telling you. Yeah, there's women, big men, skinny men, old men, young men, crippled men. It's a man, if they want to be abusive, they're going to be abusive. The size of the man and his looks mean nothing. All right, let's move on. Now, this here, I don't even know. I don't remember who sent me this, but I was horrified. What are they doing? What are they doing? What are you doing, young men? Oh my God, if that was my son, I would just be like stomping him. They must all be, you know, a little sweet. I can't see going to the beach. Those aren't swim trunks they have on. They have the swim trunks pulled down, swim shorts. The swim trunks are pulled down, showing their draws. They draws. Who goes to the beach with draws on under their swim trunks? Swim trunks I've seen always had the little mesh cup thing in it to, be like dual purpose. You don't need draws on when you have on your swim trunks. So I was confused about what the goal was here. It's like, my grandfather used to tell us girls, if you don't have nothing to sell, don't advertise. This is straight advertising here. Shut up, Diane. Oh my God. Oh, these dudes. Come on now. What are you doing? They advertising to men. That's what that is. You know. The woman ain't interested in it like that. I mean, what is that? But the caption is like it points out the fact that this kind of behavior gets you a certain kind of it's a stereotype that will follow you. The stereotype is that you are a bum, that you lack couth, that you're stupid, you're unemployable, you're a loser, you're a future convict, if not a recent escapee or released one. You have a sweet side to you, and I don't mean sweet as in personality, I mean sweet as in bi or gay. You're extremely immature because you don't dress like a man. You don't dress in an age appropriate way. Because that one on the far left is obviously too old for this. It makes you look like you don't have any home training. You have no future, no hope, no dreams. You're an embarrassment to black culture and not only to the culture as a whole, but to your family, the family that raised you. And obviously you've had no father figure because otherwise you would be know that this is not conducting yourself as a man should be in public. This person says we are better than this. Obviously, you are wrong, sir. They're not. Because if you're better than that, then you wouldn't be doing that. Not only are they doing it, all five of them are doing it, not just one. So they're in this together. It's very shameful, but this is when you bring, I say don't bring sand to the beach. Well, this is dust that was brought to the beach. And it's just really sad that this is the statehood of the mentality of so many young men. What in the world are you doing? What is this? What? Why didn't you just go to the thing in your swim pants? The little, what they call them, little Speedos or something. It would have looked better than this. Yeah, this is gross. So anyway, it's definitely sending a message, and the message is this ass for sale. So, like, whatever. Now, don't you tell Pops that he ain't styling. Remember the earlier one where the dude had on the lime green and the yellow, everything was coordinated. His personal protection gear was all coordinated with his clothes. Dude was matching. Okay, this dude here, I don't know what holiday this is supposed to be. Maybe this was his Valentine's Day outfit. I'm confused. All I know is, he's a little old. I was going to say a little mature, but no, scratch that. He's a little old to be dressing like this and walking around the streets looking like a zip down pink fool. Pepto Prince. The Pink Panther, y'all. Stop. Yeah. Honey, he's styling. Don't you dare say that he's not. You tell this man he's not styling, you will get beat down. I didn't even know what to say. I just stared at it for a long time. Because look at him. He all striked his pose and everything. Yep, pink Tims and everything. I just was okay. This is Dusty in Pink. Okay, remember that movie Pretty in Pink? This is Dusty in Pink. That's all I have to say. Moving on. Dude here to give young men a reality check. Let everybody know. Having some hoes, that's only going to excite them young ones. They just started, out in the game. Because real men know that women are irritating as fuck and one is plenty. One woman is enough. Yes, JT, I'm panting. That was me taking my last breath. Because that would be about where I would have to be thinking about getting with something that looks like that. Yeah, well, what women are irritating. Men are irritating. Shit. You're right. I mean, dude is correct. One is plenty. I mean, one just be getting on your nerves. So it's like, why would you want to multiply that aggravation by multiple people? That means you don't have no hobbies, you don't have no job, you don't have no interest, no life. You don't have nothing going for you. That you just want to spend all your time messing around with a bunch of different people having aggravation. Ugh, the thought just gives me the willies. We don't know, princess. It might be blue or white, so because it would better coordinate. You guys hit that like button. It's like all these people up in here and ain't nobody hitting the like. We only got 33 likes. How is this possible? Everybody hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to this channel, please become one. Hit that subscribe button and the instant notification bell so you can become a part of this party that we have here at least twice a week. Sometimes I dip in for a third, make a couple of uploads. All right, here we go. Moving on to the next one. Dude is like trifling. He's like, I be broke and getting girls pregnant. How the fuck my sperm work and I don't? And Mac Taylor said, man, that's so fucked up. But I'm like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? Thanks, you guys. Look at that. We went from 33 to 55 that quick. Up 61. Everybody hitting that like. Thank you. Thank you. I know. I have figured I have to start reminding you guys sometimes. Lady Boss does it, but I think sometimes people don't read the chat. So saying it verbally might, be better. So I'm going to try to remember to do that sometimes. So dude is here talking about how his little swimmies work and he don't. I was like, this dude, he is such a damn dusty. Oh my God. Let's move on. Yeah, he did it to himself. Now this was kind of interesting. Who sent me this? I don't remember. This was an unusual one, a little different than what we usually have on the show. So this young lady, she's sitting there in her yoga pose and just contemplating life. And so down below, off screen, is this guy shouting up to her, "Hey!" And she's, so now we can see now. Look, she's on this little she's on a pedestal, and there are some rungs to climb up near the top, but you have to make the initial leap on your own. Do you guys understand the symbolism here? You're trying to reach the woman of your dreams. You got to jump. You have to stretch yourself. There's going to be some effort that you have to put in to get there. Do you understand the symbolism of this cartoon? This thing is excellent. Whoever did this did a really good job. So she's just there waiting. She's waiting for her prince to come and fetch her. Meet me down here, he says. So he wants her to climb down to his level. Do y'all get this now? I'm breaking this down for you because I want you to really understand what's going on here. So in the next scene, she says, well, why don't you meet me up here? I mean, because as a woman, you've climbed this high on your own. I mean, why should you have to climb down to be at his level when he's below you? No, sir. No, 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 no. I'm not going to lower myself to your level. You are going to raise yourself up to mine. Then we might have a conversation. We can make your way on up here. Let's have a chat. And he says, I can't. Now notice how he's just barely putting in any effort. Look at that. Are you seeing this? He's barely, but he's not on his tippy toes. He's not doing nothing. He's just standing there. He's not doing a run and jump. Any kind of effort at all, he could do that. He's only a little bit away. Notice that? But there's no effort really been put in here. He wants her to do all the work to come down to his level. But he's out the game by saying, I can't. And what's she going to say? She just says, oh. That's what I want you to do. Just say, oh. How she got there is not important. The fact is she's there and he's not. Okay? What she did to get there is not part of the cartoon. That's irrelevant. The fact is she's there. Okay? Now, whether she got there because she flew, jumped, black girl magic, whatever y'all want to call it, her education, her training, her hard work, whatever it got her there, it doesn't matter what combination thereof or whatever. She's there and he's not. That's where this cartoon starts. She's there, he's not. He wants her to come down to his level. Now, this is where it gets interesting. I love this. Whoever sent me this, thank you. I stared at it for a long time, and I loved it because of the deep symbolism of this 4-frame cartoon. What happens with so many black women, young black women, is you feel guilty. You're sitting up there, you have made your achievements, and you're sitting there alone, and you start to think, wow, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. Nobody wants me. I'm too high up for men. I have to be more flexible. I have to give them a chance. So in that version of the cartoon, you either climb down all the way, or you climb down half the way and you extend your arm out and you try to pull him up to where you are using your force and your power and your energy. That's what you do. He just dangles there, dead weight. And you pulling all this effort into trying to pull him up so you can get back to where you were and bring him with you. And he's just hanging there, letting you do all the work. He's not even putting his feet on the rungs to help stabilize the pull. No, he's not doing shit, just hanging there while you do all the work. That's what usually happens. But this luckily had a happy ending where she just said, oh, and went on back to thinking her thoughts and doing what she was doing before he showed up, begging her to come down to his level. If this is not the dustiest shit that I have ever seen, I mean, it just totally depicts what nothing ass men want you to do. All the work, guilt tripping you, trying to make you feel bad about being above them. Don't no man want a woman who this and that. Your job and your education, we ain't marrying you for that. All stuff, all of those things to denigrate your achievements and the heights to which you have risen. like this young lady here in this cartoon. I'm telling you, this cartoon is so bomb. I just didn't even know what to say. I just started thinking about it. I mean, I was just looking at it thinking, wow, there is so much being told here, so much symbolism, so much of the black woman's experience explained in 4 frames. I don't think, most people looking at this would really look at it and analyze it the way that I am, which is why we do this show. And this is why I do this thing. So I want you guys to start looking deeper when you see this kind of stuff. Just look at it and say, oh, look at the pretty colors. Oh, she's on a pedestal and he's upset because he can't reach her. And then you turn the page. Oh, no, 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 no. This shit here is so deep. This is like her up there is every young black woman who has put herself through college, has gotten a really nice job. She owns her little condo. She's on her way to doing that, this and that. And she has arrived. And when she gets there, she realizes that she got there by herself. Maybe her parents may have helped her, initially, but she did all the hard work herself. So that's what she is. She has arrived, and she arrived there by herself with nobody helping her. Okay, no, but she did that on her own effort. That was her great achievement. She's sitting there basking in the glory of her achievement at the top of the pyramid. And then here comes some Dusty, didn't do no work, ain't done shit, can't even reach the first rung of the ladder to pull himself up, but he wants her to come down and help him. Okay, so this one I may put Diana or somebody remind me to put this up uh, on the community wall too, so you guys can download and print this because I think this will be something good to put up on your wall by your desk maybe, so it will inspire you to remember, don't you ever get off your pedestal. Don't you ever climb down to bring some dusty ass, raggedy ass, don't want to make a jump and leap man to try to reach your level. Don't you strain, stress, bend, climb down one rung. Don't you do shit to help him. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Feeling sorry, trying to think your ass is the EEOC or something. You stay right where you sitting. I'm thinking, yeah. Just remind me, Diana, because I'm telling you, y'all don't remind me like tomorrow or Saturday, Sunday, somewhere over the weekend, remind me. And then I'll do it. And whatever the other one was, I'm supposed to put up too. Just remind me, somebody. All right, now this one is sad. This is very sad. And the one on the left are these 2 young men. The baby looks to be about 3 in this picture, 2.5, 3, 3.5 maybe. There's the daddy in the middle with his prison khakis on, and the eldest son on the hanging on the right of the frame. Now in the picture on the right, the same 3 people. The baby's now a teenager with his little glasses on, and the father and the oldest son have switched positions. Now the oldest son is the one in the prison khakis, and the daddy is on his on his left. So what happened here? What is the impact here? This is the role model that this boy saw for his of manhood was his father in prison. That's why, maybe it's just me, but if I had a man that had to go to prison, he wouldn't see his kids. Well, they wouldn't come to visit him in there. You're not going to see your kids until you get out. Sans a court order, and I'm still not bringing them. Somebody from the court's going to have to take them. I'm not doing it. I don't want to subject him to that bullshit. I don't want them to feel like this is normal, that this is acceptable. I don't want them to have any kind of association that life is normal and regular by taking their asses up to a prison to see their father. Your ass should have been doing something to not make sure you didn't get here so that you could be out here with them. You don't still get to be the privileges of having visitations with them and stuff like your ass is regular and did everything like a decent dad did. That's just going to be some years you miss out on, motherfucker. You should have handled your shit better. Yeah, it's common. I would not subject my children to that. You can send them a picture maybe. I'll look at it and see if it's something I want them to see. You better use a fake background so it looks like your ass is at a national park or something. Don't you be having a picture where it's just looking like you in a prison and that nasty prison pose. You know where they be squatting down. You know that pose. They squat down and they do that thing like that, pointing at the camera. All that old shit. They all do the same thing. I call it the prison pose. I hate that. I hate that pose. And you think I would subject my kids to that? So you know that put a mark on the kid's mind. So to him, this is like an okay place to be. Daddy was here. It must be all right because Dad was here. We came here all the time to see Dad. So here his little ass is up in prison. He don't look to be no more than maybe 19, and here he is locked up, 18, 19 years old, and in prison. Oh, I would just be so destroyed. No, it is. And then he had a dad, but then the dad is an ain't shit motherfucker sitting up in prison. Idiot. Let's move on. So you ladies, in other words, before I move on though, pick the father of your children better. Okay, don't just tighten up on your birth control. If this motherfucker don't have shit going for him, he's in and out of prison. Don't have no education. He don't have no money. He don't have no job. He don't have no sense. He don't have a home of his own. He don't have a car. He don't have shit. Why are you sleeping with him, let alone getting pregnant by him? I mean, if you want to sleep with him, I guess that's your business. But I don't even want to mess with no man that I feel like I couldn't respect and have in my life in, some kind of long-term basis. I don't want to fuck with you. I don't want you around me. I don't want you talking to me on the phone. I don't want you using up my time. I have very strict boundaries for that. I don't know. Don't worry so much about that because it might not be pink. We can't really tell about all these colors on cameras and stuff, but it might be some kind of light red or something that just because of the color tone, it turns out to look more pink than red. I don't know. But it doesn't matter because pink now they have a lot of pink stuff for men in different shades of pink. The only thing I think I haven't seen is maybe hot pink. But you know, pastels, they have shirts, business suits and ties and stuff for men in those colors now. So I'm not necessarily a fan, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, I think that message needs to be delivered to young, especially to young black girls. You don't have to have a baby just because you get pregnant, and you don't have to deal with the dudes in your neighborhood. There's a big world out there. Show them options that they can, do something else with their life besides become a baby mama and stay stuck in that same neighborhood, repeating the cycle that's been repeated in their, aunts and uncles and grandmothers and, their own mother. You don't have to repeat that cycle. You can break free of that, but it's going to require being very diligent about your fertility because otherwise you get stuck. Okay. So let's move on. And let's see. Which one is this? Oh, okay. Oh, this dude. Oh my God. He just like went crazy. He went crazy because the girl sent him a blue heart instead of a red one. What the fuck is this shit? A blue heart? A blue fucking heart? The fuck I look like getting a blue heart? I ain't no side nigga getting a blue heart. What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you trying to get rocked? Ugly niggas get a blue heart. That blue heart means you don't love me. Blue heart, the fuck I look like getting a blue ass heart? Shaking my fucking head. Blue ass heart, how about you suck my blue heart ass? My fucking head. From now on, I get a red fucking heart to a bitch ass blue one. Understand? Blue ass heart, shaking my fucking head. Okay, dude went like to Mars about this blue heart. I didn't know they had such a thing as blue heart. This must be an iPhone thing. I'm an Android girl. I don't recall having seen a blue heart, but then again, I haven't had my phone that long. It might be one on there. But man, he's just all up in his feeling. He's in his feeling about a blue heart. Okay, imagine if it was something serious. See, this would have me getting dumping dude. Like just couldn't. I could not. Yeah, all of this because he that little blue heart there. He wrote paragraphs. Whoa. Should have sent him a broken heart. Shut up, I knew. Yeah, see, like Szechuan sent him the broken hearts. That's what I'm talking about. Dude, for real? All of that? Mm-mm. He's doing the most. You guys killing me with these blue hearts. I don't know. What does it mean? I don't know. I don't know. He says it means that the dude is ugly and that you don't love him. But you asking me the wrong person. Kimberly come with all the rainbow. Y'all is wrong. Y'all just gonna blue heart this man to death. This is funny. I don't know what it means. Maybe somebody could translate and put it up under the video in the comment. Yeah, he's scary to me too. I would have had to dump him. I'm like, well, looks like it's time for you to take your blue heart ass on down the trail because I'm out. Oh, look at all them hearts and all them different colors. Y'all killing me. Now, what are you looking at here? What you're looking at, because I had to turn this all kind of ways to see myself. What you're looking at is a man who has a sanitary pad in his underwear, and the caption, which actually got cut off, was saying that he liked that because it was soft on his balls and it caught all the moisture. So he didn't have all that, under nut moisture going on because the pad soaked it up. And that it was comfortable and don't say nothing to him about it. And now he was going to be wearing that every day now through the summer because it's hot. And it keeps his balls from getting sweaty. That's what the caption said. I was supposed to put it on the side. I guess I forgot. You know how you do the cut and paste, and I forgot to paste. I just cut, but that's what it said. I will never forget it as long as I live because this, I don't even know what kind of dust this is. It's just like, I just, I don't know what kind of dust, what to call this, you know? Yeah, that's what he, okay, so, he feels like that's the move to make. Yeah. He's not trying it on, Diana. He's using it to soak the moisture up from his balls. He doesn't want under ball moisture in these hot summer 90-degree days. He gonna use that because it wicks away the moisture. It's like I guess he saw on TV. I don't know what to say. I'm just telling you this is the kind of dust that's for which there's no explanation. Yeah, you can never unsee this, but you know what? Since I had to see it, I had to share because my eyeballs are going to be violated. So are yours. Oh, oh, he's just, at least his underwear is clean. You know what I mean? At least it don't have no holes in it and it's clean. Thank you, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, everybody. Thank you for that. Because no, he's not transgender. He just wanted to wear it so he don't get sweaty balls. Are people not hearing me? This is to prevent sweaty balls, sweaty balls, sweaty balls. He wants the moisture wicked away. So he's wearing the pad to keep him from getting sweaty balls. He's taking a picture of it so we can put it on our show, obviously. I just like, oh, this dude is just too much. I wonder what his woman thinks about this. That would just be like, wow. Okay, let's move on. Now this dude, this is like I guess we call this pre-savage. This is pre-savage. This is a warm-up to the savage. Yes, Susanna, I had to share. I'm being, I just love you guys so much. I just want to share with you. Don't never say I didn't share with you. So here we go with the pre-savage. We got a couple of free. Oh, wait, is this the only free savage? Well, anyway, at some point we're going into the Savage Awards. For those of you who do not know, this show, we do our, the things that we think are funny or, eye opening or shocking or whatever, mostly funny. But then at the end, we do the Savage Awards, and those awards are given to the memes, comments, and posts that come in each week that we think are the ones that are the most like, ah, oh, that get you. Okay, the ones with the most, that pack the most punch. Those are the Savage Awards. This one is the pre-Savage warm up. Then we will start on the Savage Awards in a second. So, this young girl here called herself going to be telling folks about what they need to do to get married. If your boyfriend allows you, notice this, allows you to drink alcohol and smoke shish, that's hashish. Trust me, he doesn't see you in his future. So this man comes along who's married. He says, I'm married to my wife and we have 2 kids. She drinks Hennessy and smokes shisha before and after marriage. Nobody just wants to marry you, dear. I was like, damn, dude. Did we have to say that? Did we just have to go there? So he just like deflated her little bubble that she had put up. Okay, let's move into these Savage Awards now. She say, my baby daddy talking about we gotta be together for the baby. I almost said, boy, fuck that baby. I was like, oh my God, the savagery, the savagery. Oh, yes, honey. She was something else. Fuck that baby. Okay. Let's move on to Savage Award number 2. Drum roll, please. I need a drum roll sound. Remember I told you that this thing is being, the drawings are being used a lot? Here we go. In this version of it, she's like, your dick makes me gag. And he's like, is it too big? All excited and hopeful. And she says, no, it be stinking. Oh my God. Oh, she just totally just rocked his world. He was just thinking he was just packing. These Dr. Schlong and shit. She's like, oh no, no, no. Not really. All right. Savage Award number 3. David says, I want a daughter, but not a baby mama. How that work? So Kimmy comes back and suggests adoption. And David fires back with, I don't want them used as kids. Oh my God, he's so stupid. Did you see this? I don't want them used as kids. Oh, dude, savage. That response was just savage. Did we really have to say all that, David? I don't want them used as kids, he says. Oh, okay. Let us move on. Savage Award number, I think this is number 4. This is the white version of that cartoon. Do you miss me? She says, yeah. Notice the little thing is rolling its eyes. How much, he says, getting ready to get his head blown up so he imagines. Damn, motherfucker, you want me to lie twice? Oh my God. You hate these internets? Not me. These are some of the best laughs I've had since last Friday. Oh, because these people are off the chain. Yeah, she's She's dressed though, but like I said, this is the white folks version. So everybody got their clothes on. Oh my goodness. Too funny. All right. And I think, oh yeah, there's one more. Hold on. Pipes out. Darius done piped up and said, well, don't argue with her. Just say, I see why these bitches be laughing at you. And Kenya came back and said, yeah, and get his motherfucking head split. I could just imagine the look on Darius's face when that happened. When he read that, he's probably like, "Wait, what? She wasn't even in a bra, Ken's MB. She just had on a thong. She didn't. You got her in too many clothes. That's not what you saw. You thought that's what you saw, but that wasn't what you saw. She didn't have on that. And now we get into the. We have two winners this week. Why? Because I couldn't decide on just one. So I have two. Because they were both in my mind of equal savagery. Here we go. Sherelle. She said the ugliest hoes be so cocky. I'm far from ugly, they say. Bitch, you a lot closer than you think. She's so like, oh my God, can you imagine somebody telling you that? You thinking that you not ugly? I'm far from ugly. You closer than what you think. That would be kind of crushing, don't you think? I'm just hearing that. If that was be said to someone around me, my feelings would be hurt for them. I would just have to slink off so I could get in my car and drive a couple of blocks away and then laugh. Because, that's too hurtful. You can't laugh in nobody's face when they get slammed like that. That would be that's just no. Okay? She just like body slam girlfriend. All right? And when you recover from your laughter, here we go with the final slide of the evening. Winner number 2. Some of y'all wearing the mask gonna die from your own breath. Not Rona, your breath. And yes, I can attest that some people have expressed concerns about that. Because your nose and your mouth be covered up. You breathe through your mouth and you get some of that full funk. Man, folks be feeling like they about to fall out from their own breath. So as you see, you gonna die from funky breath, not from Rona. And there you go. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the show for tonight. The Dusty News Network of June 5th, 2020. Our second show of the season. We'll be doing this all summer, every Friday night, with the memes and the comments and the screenshots that you send in. If you have come across something that you think would be good on the show, this is what you do. You take a screenshot with your phone. You email it to survivingdating@gmail.com, and you make the email subject line Dusty News. You can make it either Dusty News or DNN. Either one, they go into the same folder, DNN or Dusty News, and they'll go into the right folder. We'll pull them out and review them and consider them for an upcoming show, okay? Because we're always looking for stuff. As you see, we do about 30 slides per program, 30, 35. So we need a constant influx of new stuff. Whatever I don't use, I will try to put on my Instagram channel. So you can visit me there, become a follower over there. It's surviving.dating. It's over on Instagram, surviving.dating. It's going to be on the final slide. You'll see it too. That's my Instagram. It's also in each show description. And you can see that. So our next show due to be up, I'm going to put something up this weekend because I got some more, the last of the The My Relationship with a Narc series needs to go up. I got an interview with the young man about why he refused to be a baby daddy, and I may record something. Other than that, for the next live stream, I will see you guys on Tuesday for What the Fuck Tuesday Relationship Advice Show. If you have a question you want to send in, check out the show description down below. Click that link and send in your question. Thanks everybody for your super chat donations. You were so generous tonight. I really appreciate it. And I am out. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you real soon. Love you.